We mistake grain for truth, crackle for soul. For generations we learned to trust the imperfections that came with analog tools, like camera film or vinyl records. These flaws were not mistakes, but signifiers of real human effort and presence. We believed in a photo because it had texture. We loved a song for its pops and hiss. The idea is deeply rooted in cultural memory, something handmade. Imperfect must be authentic by definition. And so we built an aesthetic around the idea that flaws are not flaws at all. Roland Barthes once said photographs offer us this is how it was. It's not about the image, but that strange magic of knowing something has already been. The photograph doesn't claim to be true in the way language does. It claims to have existed in space and time before anyone saw it. That's why we trust them so much they don't lie. The grain on a film photo or the paper texture in an old document becomes shorthand for real, unmediated experience. It's not just visual style, it's cultural code, encoded in every frame. But here's the rub. These imperfections weren't always intentional. They were byproducts of outdated technology. We learned to read them as proof, not because they meant something in themselves, but because we had no better way to measure authenticity. So, when our tools became too perfect, we started pretending to be imperfect. We added film grain filters and vinyl crackle effects, not out of nostalgia, but strategy. Imperfection becomes a tool for the machine, a trick to make the synthetic.
The earliest computers were not machines, but methods. Ingenious systems of calculation developed by figures like Ada Lovelace and Charles Babbage, laying theoretical groundwork that
digital machines used to aim for perfection, flawless timing, pristine edges, no noise. But as we grew accustomed to that cold precision, something changed. Instead of trying harder, systems began to make mistakes in service of us. The flaw became a feature, not because it was beautiful, but because it was necessary. We started craving human touch in every algorithm and robotic hand. It wasn't just about aesthetics. It was about trust. If the machine bled like we did, maybe it understood us too.
Then to check dye and fabric colors, and check them accurately and scientifically, there's the spectrophotometer. This instrument can detect and record more than 2 million different colors.
When a machine begins to replicate not just form, but flaw, it doesn't do so as an act of mimicry. It does so because imperfection sells. In the past, authenticity was defined by its resistance to mass production. Now, it's being weaponized in the opposite direction. The Instagram filter that adds film grain isn't just aesthetic. It's a calculated signal of nostalgia and legitimacy. These tools don't preserve history. They exploit our psychological need for something real, even if reality is simulated, not just matching speech patterns, but replicating the subtle pauses between words, the way someone rubs their neck when thinking. These are the off, cam ticks that make people feel human. When AI mimics them too well, we lose our ability to distinguish what is generated from what is real. We trust nuance before logic. And machines now know how to play both sides of that bet. A study from Oregon State University found that frequent exposure to AI-generated content reduces our ability to detect when something is artificial. The more we are told it's real, the less likely we are to question it. This isn't just a problem of misinformation. It's an erosion of a cognitive muscle. When imperfection becomes algorithmically curated, we begin to trust only what seems human enough. But the line between human and machine has become so thin that the concept itself is starting to unravel.
By a rewrite man, who is usually a more experienced writer and is paid more for his work. After the story is written and before it is set up in type, copy readers edit it for errors, improve it here and there if they can, and write the headlines. Then the story is set in type by the operator of a linotype, a typesetting machine which casts the words in solid lines of lead type.
When we look at a photograph, we expect truth. But in an age where every image can be fabricated down to the pores on a face, that expectation starts to unravel. Barthes, Punctum, that little prick of authenticity in an image is no longer guaranteed. A fake photo now carries more weight than ever because it passes as real. We're conditioned to trust what we see. But when visibility itself becomes performance, even our instincts become unreliable. Neil Postman warned that when we confuse the metaphor for reality, we lose our semantic literacy. The computer doesn't just change how we think. It redefines thinking itself. What was once a tool becomes an authority. In Technopoly, machines don't just reflect human values. They replace them with their own logic. We're not just losing touch with truth. We're being rewired to trust something that cannot feel.